Could we finally be seeing some change in Japan Inc.?
Well, it looks like it, or at least we could see a more lively AGM season this time around. So most of Japan's 225 biggest companies hold meetings in the next 2 weeks, and they're bracing themselves for more investor scrutiny. That's after a stewardship code was approved last year, and now investors attending these shareholder meetings, they will commit in writing to oppose any measure that doesn't enhance value for those firms. And this marks a big change from this history of Japanese companies that have that did not want to change, that did not were not as concerned about investors, about shareholders, and they tended to shun activist investors. So the code is voluntary, but if you don't comply with the code, then you have to explain why. So this is all part of the Japanese Prime Minister's policy of enhancing profitability in companies, and also firms will have to set ROE targets as well as take steps to serve shareholders' interests.
All right, corporate governance right there. But, you know, investors, at least companies, say that they're listening to investors at this point. Have we been seeing some examples of increased scrutiny, though, from investors lately?
Yes, we are seeing Japanese fund managers become more emboldened by this measure now. So Naoki Fujiwara, for example, of Shinkin Asset Management, telling us that he's now bringing up ROE whenever he can to executives, and that he will be doing so in the shareholder meetings this week and next week. And we also saw Sharp's latest annual meeting there. Sharp's CEO, Kozo Takahashi, facing calls for his resignation. One stock owner saying that he lost all his money. He's arguing that letting the CEO stay was unacceptable. Of course, Sharp has been struggling. They lost more than $4 billion in market value since Takahashi took over in June 2013. Okay, so shareholders did eventually approve Takahashi as CEO, but he says that the words from shareholders have deeply touched him, and that he is willing to accept a 70% wage cut from the period from July to September this year.